The firearms market right now is overrun with military-grade and combat-proven claims, and the vast majority of those rifles have never been inside an actual government evaluation facility or seen a real procurement test in their lives. The rifles that genuinely went through it: test chambers, sand immersion testing, Arctic cold soaks, and round counts most civilian shooters never come close to in an entire lifetime. Those represent an entirely different standard of engineering and scrutiny. Right now, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We cover military history, rifle reviews, and firearms intelligence every single week. Today we're counting down the top 5 rifles the U.S. military formally tested, seriously evaluated, and ultimately rejected, and we're making the documented case that they made the right call every single time. Let's get into it. Number 5. Steyr AUG A3M1. The Steyr AUG Army Universal Gewehr, or Army Universal Rifle, is manufactured by Steyr Mannlicher in Steyr, Austria. Steyr has been producing precision firearms since 1864, and the AUG is their defining achievement. When it entered Austrian military service in 1977, it was unlike anything else in production: a bullpup layout with a modular quick-change barrel system, integrated factory optic, and a polymer construction at a time when most of the industry was still working out whether polymer had a place in serious firearms at all. The AUG didn't just arrive early, it arrived decades early. The U.S. military evaluated it during several different assessment windows over the years, including studies for potential M16-era successors and later carbine programs. The AUG performed well every time. Reliability was documented. The engineering held up under scrutiny. The rejection had nothing to do with whether the rifle could do the job. It came down entirely to the manual of arms. The AUG is a bullpup. The action and magazines sit behind the trigger group, which restructures how every critical shooting task works. Reloads are different. Malfunction clearances are different. Firing grip and natural point of aim are different. Retraining 1. 4 million soldiers, Marines, and reservists to unlearn decades of M16 muscle memory and rebuild it around an entirely different platform would have cost billions in instruction time and range hours before a single weapon was purchased. The performance advantage the AUG offered simply didn't come close to justifying that level of institutional disruption. The Army was right. Number 4. Beretta ARX160. The Beretta ARX160 is the civilian, semi-automatic version of the RX160, the standard issue service rifle for the Italian military and several other armed forces around the world. Beretta itself occupies a category of its own when it comes to longevity. Founded in 1526 in Gardone Valtrompia, Italy, Beretta is the oldest active firearms manufacturer on Earth, nearly 500 years of continuous production. That level of institutional knowledge shows up in how their designs are engineered. The ARX160 entered Italian military service around 2012 and quickly established a field reputation for reliability and versatility in actual deployed conditions. Beretta submitted the ARX platform to the U.S. Army's individual carbine competition, the IC, which ran from approximately 2010 to 2013, and represented the Army's formal effort to find a next-generation M4 replacement. The ARX went through evaluation alongside a serious field of competitors and performed credibly throughout. Then in 2013, the Army canceled the IC entirely. The upgraded M4A1 with full auto capability and the SOP mod accessory package was deemed sufficient. Every competing rifle left the program without a contract. Was the military right to shut it down? Yes, for exactly the reason the Army stated. The ARX160 has genuinely impressive engineering, fully ambidextrous controls, a barrel that swaps in under 10 seconds with no tools, a reversible ejection port for left-handed shooters, and a combat-proven track record. If this breakdown is delivering value, hit that like button right now and subscribe if you haven't already. It keeps this kind of content coming. Number 3. Colt CM91. The Colt CM91 is manufactured by Colt Manufacturing Company in West Hartford, Connecticut. Colt has been making firearms since 1836. The M16 entered U.S. military service in 1964. The M4 followed, and Colt has been the foundational supplier for the better part of 6 decades. So when Colt developed the CM91, they weren't positioning it as an outside challenger to the established order. They were making the case that they could design the successor to the platform they themselves built. The CM901 was submitted to the individual carbine competition, the same IC that evaluated the Beretta ARX beginning around 2010. The rifle's central selling point was ambitious: a single lower receiver capable of running 5.56 by 45mm NATO, .300 blackout, and 7.62 by 51mm NATO through upper receiver swaps. One platform, 3 calibers, maximum logistical flexibility. On paper, especially as special operations units were increasingly running 300 blackout for suppressed applications, the IIC was canceled in 2013 before a winner was ever named. Number 2, Remington Bushmaster ACR. The Remington ACR, Adaptive Combat Rifle, traces through Remington Arms in Ilion, New York, and Bushmaster Firearms in Windham, Maine. But the design story starts earlier with Magpul Industries out of Colorado. In the mid-2000s, Magpul's design team developed the Masada, a modular combat rifle concept that generated enormous attention when it surfaced publicly in 2007. The design was licensed to Bushmaster, later absorbed under the Remington brand, and released commercially as the ACR in 2008. Why does it land on this list? Because the Acre concept connects directly to the U.S. Army's original Advanced Combat Rifle program, the 1986 to 1990 effort that sought a next-generation individual weapon capable of delivering a 100% improvement in hit probability over the M16. The program evaluated 4 competing designs: the AAIACR and Steyr ACR, using fléchette ammunition, the Colt ACR, and the HKG 11 using 4.73mm caseless cartridges. Every single design was rejected. None came within reach of that 100% improvement threshold. The program was canceled. The M16 stayed. The military was absolutely right to pass on all of them. The 100% improvement standard wasn't just ambitious, it was essentially unreachable with the ammunition and mechanical technology available in the late 1980s. Fléchette rounds in combat environments proved impractical, inconsistent terminal performance, unpredictable penetration through intermediate barriers, and manufacturing quality control issues that compounded in the field. Number 1. Heckler Koch XM8, the rifle that came so close to replacing the M4 carbine that the U.S. Army had active transition plans in development before the decision was reversed. This is the most extensively tested and most dramatically canceled rifle rejection in modern American military procurement history. The Heckler Koch XM8, manufactured by HK in Oberndorf am Neckar, Baden-Württemberg, Germany. If you know firearms, you know HK. The MP5, the G36, the HK416, the MP7, the Mark 23 SOCOM pistol, HK's list of globally deployed and trusted designs runs longer than most manufacturers' entire production histories. They built their reputation not on volume but on engineering precision, institutional military trust, and producing weapons explicitly designed to function in conditions where other platforms fail. When HK submits a rifle to a major military evaluation, the XM8 program grew directly out of the Army's objective individual combat weapon effort in the late 1990s and early 2000s. By 2003, the standalone XM8 development program was moving at serious speed. The rifle was built around the G36's proven gas-operated architecture, heavily re-engineered for American military requirements. Why was the military right? Multiple problems converged simultaneously. 5 rifles. 5 different reasons the Army looked at something impressive and chose to walk away. From the AUG's bullpup retraining cost to the XM8's heat and logistics failures, the pattern is consistent It was never purely about whether the rifle was good. It was about whether it was good enough to justify replacing 1 million weapons already in the field and a supply chain already built around them. Hit the like button if this video delivered for you. Subscribe and turn on notifications, and we'll see you in the next one.